The most brutal way to bring your girl back. How to ignore women the right way. You've lost your girlfriend, the love of your life, and you desperately search for ways to bring her back. Eventually, your sleepless nights led you to the method that everybody says works, to start ignoring her. You might have heard about it from friends, got advised online, or saw a video. Just don't text her for a while. She will get hungry, knock on your door, and you will live happily ever after. Well, you tried. 2 weeks have passed. She's silent, and you're back knocking on her door or texting. Now you're back with questions. Why didn't it work? I can feel sorry for you and tell to try again. Next time, it would definitely work, but that's not true. You don't need my pity. I'd rather explain to you why you failed. Otherwise, you will continue to make the same mistakes, and the girl will continue to leave. And this will go on until you understand the reasons of your breakdown. To get to the cause of your mistake, let's look at what led you to the method of ignoring. Reasons to ignore your ex. For a man to break the connection with his beloved on his own is torture. To take such a step requires a good reason. The fact that she left you is not a reason to start ignoring. It was not the actions of the woman that motivated you to act, but the feeling of despair. This feeling surfaced at the end of a difficult path. First, after breakup, you tried to crawl after her with roses in your teeth, wiping your tears and begging your beloved to stay. It didn't work. Then, you tried to pause and get back into her life as an alpha male. The girl laughed in your face. So, you found the method of ignoring. It turned out that you can make the girl return on her own, and even with an apology. And all you need to do is nothing. Stop writing, calling, and not answering the calls and texts of the ex. It sounded like a cure. Finally, you got convinced that ignoring is the most effective way to get her back. It's not about her, it's about you. Total ignore is a really effective way to make a girl fall in love with you again. It works by changing the balance of significance in your favor. The one who ignores gets into a strong position, stops needing a relationship. During the time of ignoring, a man becomes independent of his partner. This freedom from love frenzy is the main result. The real goal is the ability to maintain happy relationships in the future, and the return of your ex will lead you to a conclusion. Girls are drawn to independent and strong men. And while all of your thoughts are about the ex, you're looking into the past. It's like running to the finish line, constantly looking back at the starting point. You can run like this for some time, but the probability of tripping and falling into the mud is very high. Do you already know how you got to this point? Do not rush to conclusions. The wrong goal is just the starting point of your failure. Let's show all of your mistakes. Totally useless ignore. The wrong direction of your thoughts prevents you from acting. You take the phrase, "no extra activity," as a call to passively wait for the return of your beloved. But it only means to give up trying to get close and active towards the girl. This means that you should forget about the ex, but other actions are very much needed. A man, in a period of total ignore, must responsibly follow the recommendations to reduce your ex's significance and get his life in order. Silence is not enough. The method of total ignore is not a game of silence. It is required to help your mental state, finances, and grow your career. These actions restore a man's self-esteem, help him feel worthy of a new life. Then dating and talking to new girls begins. The purpose of the method is not to become a pickup artist, as it seems to some, but to lower the overall significance of the previous relationship. As a result of these exercises, a man acquires the ability to act without emotions. When a woman comes to ask for a second chance, the guy looks at the situation calmly, and the girl's tears no longer hurt him. This protects him from future love problems. You still miss your ex. Most guys, obsessed on a comeback, continue to monitor their ex on social media. Viewing her photos and stories causes constant thoughts about your relationship, makes you emotional. She remains your only one, and you are a submissive dog who is waiting for the return of the mistress. Of course, the dog doesn't even have a thought of dating other ladies. He sees this as a betrayal of love. Moreover, meetings with women do not bring any positive emotions to the dependent man. On the first few dates, you will have to force yourself. And if a man is addicted to their ex, he has no strength. So instead of focusing on dating, he whines over the photos of his ex and waits. Even if the dog's strength is enough to withstand all stages of total ignore, there will be no happy ending. When the beloved mistress returns and the dog begins to lick her face, the deception will surface. She will understand that all the ignore was a theater. She will be very angry and will cruelly avenge her tears. You're trying to figure out when she'll be back. What do you do when someone's late? Either you constantly checking the time, or you distract yourself. And the more you twitch, the higher the chance that you will get angry. Therefore, impatient men are frantically looking for a hidden meaning while spying. If she blocked you, does this mean that she's moved on? If 2 days later unblocked, rejoice or be afraid. Wished you a happy birthday. Should I congratulate in return? Posted a sad cat. Does she miss me? All these questions are a continuation of the weak strategy that brought you here. You are secretly suffering from your ex. I won't be surprised if you say to your friends that you moved on, but at night you get on her Instagram and cry. The question, will she come back, is normal. It's not okay if you don't try to get rid of it. It means that you are still dependent on past relationship. You need to get rid of your addiction. Make your life eventful. Prove that you're better without her. The danger of silence. While ignoring, there is a thing that is especially dangerous for the ones who wait. A long or complete absence of signals from the ex. For a man who has lowered her importance, this is a surprise, but for the one who was obsessing over her, a real disaster. Because if you don't get signals but make her less important, that's tolerable. But when you count the days and wait for the ex to return, the silence becomes unbearable. Sometimes the girl does not show anything at all until the return. She waits silently, and after a few months knocks on your door. The love strikes back. Emotions fade over time. But if you have gone through the brightest stage of the breakup, and you have not let go of the woman, suffering continues. It is here that the desire to stop ignoring her shows up. Here begins the period of silence of the ex. There were no signals for 3 weeks, nothing in social networks. You wind yourself up, and feelings like a river under a dam find a way out through self-deception. You begin to doubt the effectiveness of the method. So you're looking for alternative ways to get the girl back. Somewhere you hear the opinion that ignoring is harmful and does not work. Panic sets in. You can cope with a panic attack through exercise or shifting attention, but you haven't trained to control your feelings, so they take over. Believing your own doubt, you justify getting in touch with her. I am no longer the same as I was before. No more humiliation. I will make her fall in love with me again and avenge my suffering. So we got to the breakdown. You get in touch with the ex. The thing is, at first woman can actively cooperate. This makes you happy, you relax. She sees how quickly you are losing ground and understands that ignoring was fake. Then the girl takes the initiative and bends you in the struggle for dominance. Then the woman starts spouting accusations and making demands. Are you happy that she's back? Here she is. You are together again, and your beloved got you again against the wall. Enjoy the hunched dog position. It won't be for long. When the girl had enough of you, she will leave again. Premature realization. If all you're thinking about is getting your loved one back, don't start ignoring. Better, instead of this pathetic attempt to ignore, immediately run with flowers to the door of the ex. Ask for forgiveness, lick her feet, and get in a stance. Maybe you're lucky and she will agree to return. When kissing your beloved, you will feel a slight aftertaste on her lips of meetings with someone else. Do not be embarrassed. This is just a start. Then you have to endure her trips to bars and sleep on the couch when she refuses your advances 17 times in a row. You can try to have children with her so that later you can wonder, is this my son I am teaching to drive a car? One day she won't come home in the evening and will come back in the morning with a basket of badly put together lies and accusations against you. A scandal will begin, and the wife will threaten you with a divorce. When the spouse leaves with the children, it will be unbearably painful for you. It is at this moment that you will face a choice. Either never again humiliate yourself in front of a woman, or cut off your balls right now. That's when you come back. In this state, you can start a total ignore.